It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. At the 28-yard. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Jackson's pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Edelman set to return. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Patriots take over
at their own 41-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
At the 17-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the 17, Newton has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown on the season, and the Pats have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
To throw again. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7-yard gain.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
5-yard gain on the
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on third down.
First down.
Couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1 yard line.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give you...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. John Simon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Completes it to Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Come on, fellas.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. First down, here's White. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Patrick Queen.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a toss right side with White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, They're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now Edelman. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
20.
On 2nd down, it's White. He's got a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
That's good.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing is Newton. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
It's the score, Patriots 24, Ravens 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going deep for Brown. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Greg, 20.
Check, 55 to mine. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Back.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver. Was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
Focusing on me, Barbados with the hustle, pockets
Here goes.
Check. Cross.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's all pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. On 2nd down, Jackson. Looking for Andrews downfield. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Jackson. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
20.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the blitz does come. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
And now he's going to use his legs. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He takes it to the 15, a nice display of power, and it gives him a nice pickup. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he's stopped after a gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 31-yard attempt.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
13-yard
But just barely picking up the 1st down. I guess hindsight's 20/20. The fake worked, but not by much.
Luckily, the 20/20 kicked in, right? Because it was that close to it not being a very good call. I mean, I was holding my breath up here to see if they actually...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
It's 2nd down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Duggar there on the coverage.
Yardage brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Newton. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.